then we have, this has the full body paint, so if you ever need to touch anything up on the outside, you have the part, there's a nice diagram, so it'll show where you touch up, and then there's also a clear coat over it.
We're taking a video so we could, for other
You don't
drivers.
mind,
Is that
right?
okay?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
totally fine.
Okay.
And this is going to be your window sticker, so it just has all of the options that you have here. This is going to be, so Winnebago makes about 75% of everything that's in here. This is going to be everything that they don't make. Okay. So you have the component, manufacturer, model, and serial number. So if something needs to be replaced, make it nice and easy for you. And here is a list of all of the different Winnebagos throughout the country. So if you're ever on the road and need assistance, you have that all right over here. And then you have these two manuals over here. So this is going to be if you want to know absolutely everything about everything, and this is like the quick Cliff Note version.
Okay.
Best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let me let the guys know that you are ready for them.
Nice.
You gonna buy me one of these to try one, man.
Right.
They are all set for you, Kev.
Fully synthetic. You have your normal fluids like any other car. You got the engine coolant. Your washer fluid is the blue cap. Brake fluid over here.
Is there easy access?
Looks like it.
Yeah. So far, yeah, this holds like just over a gallon of washer fluid, I believe. Yeah. Jump starting the van, if you ever needed a jump start, since the Mercedes battery is not under the hood, it's under the driver's seat area. So instead of taking the seat apart to put jumper cables on it, you would twist this little red guy here, push it in, and that exposes the positive jumper cable post, just as if the battery was there. The negative is going to be that little brass piece right there sticking out.
Oh, wow.
And just pretend that it's the battery, and you just jump start it that way.
That's awesome.
You know, and it's like a lot of cars nowadays where it has a fob where you just unlock it with the button, but you put your foot on the brake and push the button to start the car, just like a lot of newer cars have that. It is diesel. I don't know if you've ever had diesels before, or if you have them in your fleet.
I learned how to drive on it. My mom had a diesel station wagon, and it was slow, an Oldsmobile.
Like, well, I was gonna say Volvo or something like that.
No,
Yeah, the Oldsmobile. Yeah.
And you had to turn it and then wait like 5 seconds.
Wait like 5 seconds and keep doing that.
Is it still like
nope.
that?
The technology has changed
Okay.
dramatically.
Just turn it like a regular
excuse me,
or push the button.
You just push the button. That preheat that you just mentioned is kind of built into the delay of it starting anyway. And even in the dead of winter, it's still like a 2-3 second delay. That's about it.
Okay.
It's not 30 seconds, 40 seconds like some of those older cars were.
Nice.
All right. You'll never even know, I mean, hearing it run, you'll never even know that it's diesel. It sounds totally different than everything else.
That's amazing
You know?
that they,
Yeah.
You hear me coming, boy.
Yeah.
There's no sneaking around.
No, you can, now, I can have it running in here and you don't smell that nasty diesel exhaust.
Oh, good.
And that's mainly because of this fluid that all these new diesels use now. So every new diesel in the last 10, 11, 12 years is equipped with diesel exhaust fluid. Do you have any diesels in like the county trucks and things like that?
I'm sure they do. We don't
They have their
drive
road,
it.
you know,
Okay.
their road crew stuff.
If they're diesel and they're newer, they have this fluid as well built into it. It's diesel exhaust fluid. It holds about 5 gallons, and it should last you roughly, depending on normal driving habits, like 3,500 miles. 5 gallons of this should last you like 3,500 miles.
So less than an oil change.
A lot less than an oil change.
It
yeah.
lets you know that when that's low and
Yes.
stuff like that.
On the dash.
Yeah.
So you're driving it just like any other car. You have your fuel gauge for your diesel. Right next to that is a gauge for this stuff.
Gotcha.
Your warning that this is getting low comes around the half tank mark. So you have plenty of warning, because this is not necessarily at every corner like your gas stations are. You can buy some of this in a 2-gallon jug and just keep it indoors and just fill it up as you need it. It comes in a 2-gallon jug or a half a gallon jug, something like that.
And what happens if that runs out?
So if this runs out, you get, like I said, you get plenty of warning. But if it does run out, right before it runs out, you'll have this timer. I think it's a timer or a countdown that comes up on the dash that allows you to start it 16 more times, 15 more times.
Oh, wow.
And it goes into a limp mode after that.
Just to protect itself.
Just to protect itself.
Yeah.
Smart.
So you'll be able to drive like 5-10 miles an hour if you ran out of this to limp your way to the next exit to pick this stuff up. So try to stay ahead of it.
Oh, we will.
You know.
I asked a lot of questions.
Yeah, that's good.
Automatic headlights, rain sensing wipers, trying to think of some of the nice Mercedes stuff you have.
What's this pink
Adaptive
stuff
cruise
is
control.
coolant?
This is the engine coolant. Engine oil. Unlike every other car out there, there is no dipstick to check the oil like on your car.
Yeah.
It's all done on the computer when you start the car. When you start the engine, it shows up the oil level right on there.
Yep.
You can't physically check it.
At all.
Nope. I believe you can go to Mercedes and get a dipstick because the port where the dipstick would go is there. They just put a plug in it now.
Oh wow.
So
They just want you feeling it. Not second.
yeah, you're relying on the computers. Basically,
Yeah.
this is a computer with an engine in it. You know, it's the Mercedes. Especially.
Everything is nowadays,
It's
right?
everything. Yeah. So when I lifted the hood, I did have to put this hood prop in here to hold it up. Like some other cars, it's automatic, you know.
Yeah.
So when you lift it, it stays up. But this
And you
one,
just had to pop it right there.
yes, I'll show you the hood release inside. And when you pop it up like every other car, that is here. So just to the left of the Mercedes symbol is the second one.
Easy.
Gotcha.
Nice. Just remember that you do have to put this rod in. Okay. 6-cylinder diesel, you should get like 17 miles to the gallon on the highway, roughly. Automatic headlights, like I said. These guys are your turn signals, but they're also the daytime running lights. Like for a county, you don't get. It's a standard hood release like on most cars. It's not under the center like this. It's on the side. It's a bar that you just pull like that. Alright. And while I'm here, the diesel fill is right behind this door.
Oh, that's where you put the gas?
Yep. So when you pop the door open, this door goes backwards,
Ah.
and it's
We never
rolled.
would have found that.
This is
Yeah.
why I said I'm making a video. I said, nah, let me
Because
I
when you
would've never
close it,
found
I don't
you
even
can't
know.
tell. Yeah, when you close it, you can't tell. So fill it up. It's reminding you twice that it's diesel. Because if you don't normally drive a diesel, you're liable to put gasoline in
Is it
there.
true though that can you accidentally put unleaded fuel in there, or is the nozzle shape different? to
I
prevent
think
that?
it's shaped different. I think you can put gas in here. I don't think you could put diesel in a gas car. I think it's too big.
Oh really?
I
Yeah.
think it's that way. Yeah.
Yeah,
They are different,
diesel,
but it is.
diesel.
It's reminding you, like if you go to Wawa and get gas, their pumps are their diesels are green. So you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And it's reminding you on the dash, I
And
believe,
it
as well.
also won't let you. People can't siphon it because
Yes.
the door has to be open first.
You know, if the door is unlocked, they can get into it. But
Yeah.
if it's locked, you can't get into it.
Nice. That's
Boy,
good.
those Germans are smart.
Right? They know how to do things.
So it's to the left.
We're gonna have fun this
Yeah.
morning.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah,
We've
yeah.
been waiting for this day.
Yeah.
All right, so I have the slide room out. So this part right here, these two doors is going to be a little harder to see, but right here is your propane tank. This Navion uses propane for the let me think, the heat, the hot water. I don't recall if you have a gas stove or an electric stove. I'll find out when we get inside. Propane heat, propane hot water. And I think you have a grill hookup on the other side for an external grill on the outside.
Okay.
Now, we give it to you full of diesel. We give it to you full of propane. Eventually, you're going to need to fill the propane again. And when that happens, you're going to bring it to your local filling station, wherever that may be. Take this cap. They're going to take this cap off. They fill it for you.
Okay.
And you just get charged for however many gallons it takes. You know, you can't do this yourself. You have to be certified for it. So,
Okay.
they're gonna know how to do it if it's a normal gas station that fills these things.
And lets us know when it's low.
It'll let you know. You have to check the gauge. You have to,
Gotcha.
There's a simple gauge in there. You push a button. It tells you how much is in here, how much
We
is in
have
all
to
your
check
water
it. Though.
tanks.
It's not gonna automatically give us.
It won't give you any warnings. No,
Okay.
it's things won't work if you run out. So you do have to check it. Yeah, and that's all in the back living quarters. You're going to treat the front like your regular car. That's all your normal
Gotcha.
heating and air conditioning when you're driving, just like any other car. But once you're in the back, you have your separate air conditioner, separate heater that's provided power from the electric or the propane tank. So, turning the propane on and off is this, just like a barbecue. If
Yeah.
you have a barbecue tank, you turn it off, turn it on. That's right here. That would be off.
Got you.
Just like turning your backyard.
Yeah,
faucet
grill on or whatever.
Yeah. So that's turning it on. That's where they fill it. And then this guy is where they let the air out of the system as they're filling it. So as the owners of this, you're really only going to be concerned with turning it on and off right here. Okay.
And what happens if you leave it on when you're?
Well, you're going to leave it on when you're. I'll say camping, but when you're using the heat or the hot water, you're going to leave it on. You are supposed to shut it off when you hit the road, though. Everything will still work if you hit the road and it was still on, but you're not supposed to.
So that's just the open and the close valve.
Yep. So you hit the road. Say you're doing what you're doing.
Yep.
With it, and you're done. You're going to transport it back to the station or wherever. Just try to remember to shut
Yeah,
that
it's
off.
like our
Just like we
barbecue.
used to do
Propane
with the
tank.
Yeah. When you're done barbecuing, you shut the tank off. Yeah.
when we used to talk when we used to turn the generator thing off on the upper row.
The
We used to have the inverter.
Okay.
We used to turn it off.
Yeah.
Same thing we got.
Okay. But we only need it if we need heat.
Heat, hot water. I have to look at the stove. I don't
Stove.
recall. And the outside grill hookup. Yeah. You don't need the propane at all when you're driving. Nothing is pertinent in the back to using propane while you're driving.
Gotcha.
Older, not yours, but older RVs used propane for their refrigerators when they were going down the road. You weren't supposed to run those refrigerators while you were going down the road because they involved propane, but yours is totally different. So you can run your fridge going down the road, keep everything cold.
Okay.
It
So
just
how
runs
about
off
when
the
the bus is
carpet.
parked? We can't leave anything in the refrigerator.
You can, yep. Depends on. So let me ask you a question then. When it's just parked somewhere at I'll call it the station or at whatever you're doing,
Okay.
are you going to be able to plug in somewhere?
We're gonna have to.
We could we might be able to find a spot where we could
Plug
plug
it
in
in.
next
Okay.
to a building.
Or you have an onboard generator as well that gives
Right.
you electricity and generate your own power.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
But
Most
we
RV.
can wait if we don't want to take you
No,
out of order.
no, that's fine. We were going to talk about it anyway.
Okay.
And then we just go right down the line. I won't miss anything yet. So RVs, most RVs have a 30 amp hookup. This is the most common RV electrical outlet that they make. Bigger RVs have a 50. It's much bigger. So you have a 30.
It's
Again,
like my dryer, though.
it looks very similar, but it's different. If you're getting a video of that, it does say travel trailer use only on the bottom, meaning camper, of course.
Got it.
So if you want to have that installed at the station, again, I'll call it the station.
Okay.
You can do that. You do need this big 30 amp hookup in order to run, say, the air conditioner and the microwave at the same time, or the air conditioner and another large appliance.
That's if we're not using the generator.
This is if you're not using the generator. Yeah, you either plug in or use the generator. Never both.
Correct. Okay.
When you are plugged in, you can run pretty much everything in there, and then maybe some other items that you're going to bring with you, like coffee pot and toaster and things like that. Right now, unplugged, it is still possible right now to run everything in here except the air conditioner and the microwave right now. You would have to start the generator to give you enough power to run the air conditioner and the microwave.
So we have this plugged in. We don't need the propane, or we still do.
You still need the propane for your hot water.
Stove.
Heat, but you also have, this is where it gets complicated because there's a lot of options, but your hot water is always propane. Your heat is propane or electricity. Stove I have to look at, see which one you have.
We're talking about the cab and the interior part, right?
Well, again, when you're driving, you just have climate control like any other car.
Okay.
That's not going to be
That's got
enough for
nothing to
heating.
do with.
Yeah, that's not going to reach those people back there as you're driving. We also give you an adapter, I'll show you later, that adapts it down to a standard outlet.
Ah.
So you can do that, but you're limited to this much power, you're limited to 15
okay.
amps, not 30. So you won't be able to run air conditioner on the little one. You got to be plugged into the big one or run your generator.
All right.
Okay. When you're plugged in, you're also charging the battery system that's in here. So you see all the lights that are running, of course. And when you unplug, they stay running because they are running on the batteries that are on board, along with the heat and the hot water and all kinds of other stuff, except for the air conditioner and the microwave. Got to be plugged in for that. Or start the generator.
I was about to ask you.
Yeah.
Or start the generator. Well,
When I
because
say-
if we're on the road, because we go to different locations, we're not near our plug where we're going to have it. We use the
You
generator.
would use the generator.
Which
Yeah.
has a certain amount of hours of power, right?
It has an hour meter on it, telling you how many hours it's been running in its lifetime, just like you have an odometer on your car.
Gotcha.
How many miles you've driven.
Yeah.
The hour meter on the generator tells you how many hours it's been running, and that's where you keep track of your oil changes and things like that.
Gotcha.
So it's 20,000 miles for an oil change here. I think it's 150 hours on the generator for an oil change.
Gotcha.
So we don't have to power up or recharge the generator ever?
So your generator, your particular generator in this particular van is a diesel powered generator.
Okay, it gets charged by the,
It runs off the same fuel tank as this.
oh, it
So-
runs off the
Oh.
fuel.
Yeah, it has.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. It's you don't know. That's why we're doing this. So
Yeah.
you have it's a diesel. It's a little diesel engine. You'll see it over there. We're going to start it later.
Okay.
It provides once the generator's running, it provides power inside, and you
Yeah.
can run all your appliances, of course.
Nice.
Your particular Navion has a diesel generator, so it runs on the same fuel
Also
as the
quiet?
engine. Propanes, I think, are a little quieter than the diesel one that you have. The diesel generator does not use that exhaust fluid under the hood, so its exhaust is noticeably smellier than the engine exhaust on this. You'll see that later. If you remember old diesel trucks from 20, 30 years ago, they stink really like school buses and things. Unfortunately, that's what your generator smells like.
Oh, we asked for a quiet generator in the bid.
Yeah. I mean, it happens to be louder than I just know for a fact because I've done it forever. They
But
are.
we'll
a
get
little-
to hear it,
Yeah,
right?
you will, yeah. And it's going to be echoing in the building. I'll bring it outside because that's where you're going to run it anyway. I will say the generator, it's starting it is a little louder. But once it's idling, it's quieter. But I think personally, I think the propane one is a little quieter. But we'll see. You make that decision yourselves, I guess.
We'll live with it. We'll make
Yep.
it work, right?
Mhm. The one nice thing about your generator is since it's powered up by the same fuel source as the engine, you can run it on the ride as you're driving. So say you had a lot of people back there and you're going on a long trip, you can run your generator going down the road and power up the air conditioner in the back and all kinds of other stuff while you're going down the road.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can do that. When I say it's quiet, I mean, when I say it's not quiet, it's not like, oh my God, I can't even concentrate. It's
Yeah.
just a little,
And we're gonna be outside testing it
yeah.
because we're gonna be outside.
Yeah, unless start in here, it's going to be loud as anything.
So we're gonna
But
see
it's
how it
good.
sounds. when we
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the other door?
So got the propane here, and then that other gadget over there is your pump for your hydraulic leveling system. I don't know if you saw it, but I have these.
I
level-
see them.
leveling
Yeah, I
systems.
see.
They're down, so the van is nice and solid.
Nice.
Obviously, you're going to hit the button to
Oh, that's what
retract.
that is?
Yeah.
We're going to retract those jacks later. Yeah.
Kickstands?
They automatically go up, and then later on, when you set up camp at your place, you push a button, all four of them go down, and it levels it off.
Strip it off of here.
Yep.
Water.
Excess water from the I don't know where it's coming from.
It's this.
From underneath here when we had it washed the other day. I guess it's been indoors, so it's just excess over here. Okay.
I was told these pop outs are notorious for leaking.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Well, yeah, you know that.
Well, there is a giant hole cut in the side of it, but I would say if any place a motorhome was to leak, it would be where there's a giant hole cut out. But
And where's the
Yeah.
hole? So in case
I mean,
we...
the hole, the room
Oh, because
is
of
a
this.
giant hole in the
Oh,
side of the
I
van.
see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we just have to be mindful of that.
Yeah.
And then your next door is just plain old storage.
Oh, nice.
You put whatever you want in there. It's
Yeah.
all waterproof and lockable.
Good.
Okay.
Okay. There's a cable on these doors preventing them from going any higher than that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's slide room. If the door was open, the slide room wouldn't.
Wouldn't go up. That's good.
Yeah.
Storage.
When you need propane refilled, and you pull up to the propane filling station, of course this room's going to be in because
Uh-huh.
you're driving. If you wanted to open the door even further, you can just take that cable off and it will go up higher.
Oh, okay.
Much higher than this now.
Yeah.
You just got to remember to put the cable back on. Just to make it easier for the guy to fill it. You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's open now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we're going to turn on those
Gotcha.
appliances and we'll
I
shut
got
it off
you.
later. Yeah.
So do they lock with a key or?
They lock with a key, yes. So on your key ring, that's a standard Navion set of keys. You got the Mercedes key for the engine, of course. The gray key is for all these lower compartments, all the compartment doors on the side.
Okay.
The black key is your deadbolt on the main entrance door that you go in and out of. On the Navions, they do the wiring from the chassis that locks the entrance door as well. So just like you hit your button to unlock the Mercedes doors, it's also unlocking the door you go in and out of.
Oh,
There's an
okay.
electronic lock built into that.
Nice.
Okay. Ways to bring water into the... Yeah. Well, I don't need to see it. You need to see it. So yeah, you might as well just stand there. I can stand back
Can you
here.
see, Cole?
I wanted to give you as much room as possible.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's a couple of different ways to get water into the RV. Based on how you guys are using it, and I could be wrong, but it sounds like you're going to be more mobile than anything. More mobile than just sitting somewhere, right? So you have an onboard tank of fresh water that holds, I want to say like 30-something gallons. That you just take, open this little door up. It's also that little gray key. See, it says water up there. Take that hose and just fill up that water tank, just like you're putting diesel in your car or your gasoline
Oh,
in your
wow.
car.
Okay, so we don't have to have the hose hooked up all the
You don't necessarily have to have the hose hooked up, but you can. You can do that back here.
Okay.
If you're going to be mobile with it, you fill up the tank right here, and you're bringing that water with you
Yeah.
to your locations. If you're ever hooked up at a campsite or wherever you're going to be hooked up, that's going to be down here. You can get this here, this little white water fitting.
Yeah.
Standard Gordon hose fitting.
Yeah.
So if I bring my garden hose up, hook
Tight.
it up nice and tight, I go to the source and I turn that spigot on. Water is coming into the van.
Got
it goes
it.
right up to the faucets. Turn the faucet on, you got pressure there.
Cool.
Just unlimited pressure. Filling the tank ahead of time, you're bringing the water with you, and I'll show you how to operate it at that point. Actually, I can do that right now. So we have water in that tank. I filled it the other day.
Okay.
Okay. You have, let me see here. You have an outside faucet, hot and cold. I don't have much pressure right here because I didn't turn the pressure on yet. Okay. So when you're going to be mobile and you have water in that fresh water tank and you want to start using your faucets, you turn on this water pump. There's a switch right here.
Yeah.
Water pump, you'll hear it running. Here comes the pressure. It'll build up pressure and shut off. Hear it running over there? Shuts off. All right, so every time you turn the faucet on, pump comes right back on and pressure on.
Gotcha.
Same with the toilet inside, same with the sinks, the shower, all that stuff.
Not running shuts off.
When it builds up pressure and shuts right off. So essentially you can leave that faucet on or the pump on the whole time. Okay. Hot is on the left. You'll get hot water here in a second. I'll show you how to turn it on later, but I already have it turned on. There's your hot water if you want to take a feel real quick.
Yeah. Nice.
Is there a thermostat to, like, so it won't be too hot, or
You have two. Let me see. This
you have
was
something already built in there? It's only going to get so hot.
It's only going to get so hot. I want
Okay.
to say it's like 120 or 124, something like that. And then you would mix hot and cold like normal to get at your temperature, of course.
And you don't have to you using these now just for this.
Yeah, these two hot and cold is just for this little shower here. Yeah.
Right. You don't need it inside.
Yeah, there's another standard kitchen faucet,
Yeah.
standard bathroom faucet,
Gotcha.
the toilet. You'll see all that working as well.
But you do got to turn the pump on.
You still have to turn the pump on when you're not hooked up to water.
Gotcha.
Plus, we're not hooked up right now. If I have this pump turned off, I got no pressure here.
Yeah.
That's just going to die down to nothing.
So that's only when you're not hooked up. Gotcha.
Pump is only needed when you're not hooked up. Right?
Gotcha.
So this faucet that you have right here in your hand, is that for demonstration? Like, when would we want to use?
Say you're at a campsite. I keep saying that, but if you're
I
at a
got
campsite and
you.
you want to rinse your feet off or something like that, you have that here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Rinse your pets off if you had a pet going with you or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah, yeah.
You got hot
A
and cold
mascot,
water.
we gotta
It's
get
a very common thing to have an outside faucet on.
Nice.
Yeah. And the pump you only need the pump when you're not hooked up for water.
Yep.
But we really shouldn't use that until it gets warm outside, right?
Yeah, so in my notes on the whole delivery, we have water on board to show you everything. Once we're done today, we're winterizing it again,
Okay.
so it can survive the cold, just in case you get the cold nights again.
Yes.
And then when we actually bring it to you, I don't know when that's going to be, but we can bring it to you filled with water, ready to go, as long as it's not going to get cold. Or you can de-winterize it, they call it, yourselves, and just rinse out all this antifreeze and get it ready yourselves. It's not a huge deal at all.
So we got to figure out what months we're going to do our.
Once when it doesn't freeze again.
We wouldn't want to deliver it to you, say, let's just say Wednesday, when it's going to be 19 degrees at night, with water on board. Then it's going to
Right.
freeze up. So
What
they're
do
not
you use to fill this up with?
Water hole.
just a standard water hose. Yeah,
Stick the hose right in there?
yeah. You can hold it, or you just kind of lay it in there. Yep.
Okay.
We give you some of the supplies, including that hose. So.
It's amazing when things are explained to me, like, it
Yeah.
seems easy. Like, compared to, like, if it was just in here blind, I would like, oh my God, I would never be able to figure this
Exactly,
out.
yeah.
Yeah,
This
that's
is very
what-
helpful.
It's a lot.
It's a
Exactly why I
lot.
said I
It's-
record.
if you've never done it, it's a lot. This
It makes
is
sense. I'm with you.
Navions are kind of middle of the road as far as their complexity. You know, you have simple, basic RVs, and you have 40-foot buses that are a lot more complex than this. This is like right down the middle. All right. So we got this outside shower. You have a couple of drains down here. This is mainly for winter storage. These 3 drain valves here, 1, 2, 3.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Let's talk about your waste, because you're eventually going to need to dump those tanks.
Bathroom waste.
Bathroom waste, sink waste, shower waste, things like that. So every RV, pretty much every RV, has 2 waste tanks underneath. One's they're called the black tank and the gray tank. Black tank, see right here, black waste
Gotcha.
tank, gray waste tank. Black waste is toilet waste only. You flush the toilet, it goes into the black tank. When you run your bathroom sink, your kitchen sink, and your shower, that water goes down the drain into the gray tank.
Gotcha.
Soapy water only on the left side. Toilet waste only on the right side. And they both empty out of this little drain that's built in.
Both of them use the
Both.
same drain.
Same drain. You're doing one at a time, but it's the same drain. Yes.
Gotcha.
So, when it's time to, let me get that hose. When it's time to dump these tanks, do you have any idea where you're going to be doing this?
No,
We haven't.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, it's
No, you
okay.
go ahead.
We didn't decide if we was going to let it.
Okay. Where you're going to be dumping it.
We don't even know if we're going to
Use
use
it.
the toilet.
Okay.
But we still want to learn and just in case.
For that reason, for the,
Yes,
for the,
because
it's
the
hard to
dumping.
find, the dumping could be a
It's
could be a
hard to
problem
find
if
a
it's
dumping site.
Well, nowadays you have Google in your phones. You just Google it. RV
Who gonna do it, yeah.
Dump station. Just go there and pay a couple dollars to dump it. But if you're staying at a campsite, that dump station might be right at your site, and you can dump it whenever you need to. You know. So when it's time to dump these tanks, you're going to take this cap off. Now, what's happening here will not happen to you. The reason that water is coming out is because when the last person put the cap on, it was still draining. They didn't wait for it to finish draining, they just put the cap back on. So that could be sewage, but it won't happen to you as long as that is not draining when you put the cap on.
So lesson is we have to make, whoever dumps it has to make sure it's all finished dumping.
all
Before you
finished
put the
dumping,
cap
yep.
back on.
Yep. In our case, since it's brand new, we dumped out the antifreeze in the water, and since it's new, we just kind of put it down,
I was
put the
gonna
cap
say,
on
it
there.
looked a little pink.
Yeah, because we just recently de-winterized it. And that's that little odor that you might smell right now too. The antifreeze kind of gets stale after sitting in there for a little bit. But as long as you're doing it properly, that won't happen to you. Yeah, that smell right there is like antifreeze that has just been sitting in there for quite some time.
I don't smell anything new.
Get rid of this.
Okay.
If we dump it, or even if the staff use it,
Can I grab that other bucket behind you?
Yeah.
Thank
you
you.
still gonna have to dump it. Even if we don't let our participants use it, if the staff uses it, you still gonna have to.
I have to put duct tape over the toilet.
The way to dump this is you would take the cap off like I did.
Yeah.
That won't happen to you as long as you don't have the cap on when it's dumping. The sewer hose, this end in the on the cap
Yes.
or on the hose clips right onto here,
Yeah, I
just
see
as
it.
if the cap did.
I see
Okay.
it. Yeah.
10 feet later, the elbow hooks into the dump station at the campsite. You're all hooked up nice and solid, and you're pulling these valves straight out to dump them.
Once you're connected. Yeah.
One,
Yeah, it's just
one
a
at a
stale
time.
antifreeze, one at a time. So you pull the black tank.
So this is after you're hooked up to the dump station.
There's a little bit more's coming out there.
Yeah,
Yes, after you're hooked up to the dump station. There.
Okay.
Pull the black, that would have been sewage right there.
yeah.
When that's done, you close it, you pull this one to dump the gray water.
So how will we know if it's done if we can't see it?
This piece right here is kind of clear, and you'll be able to see it and
Got
hear
it.
it, and see the hose. Hose actually moves a little bit. There's a lot of pressure, so it kind of vibrates a little.
Excuse me. So it would make sense that we should. Excuse me, I got something in my
Yeah.
throat. We should dump the waste first and then the water, so to make to clean out the pipe.
Cleans out the pipe as best as possible. Yes.
Please. That'd be
Yeah, water.
You want one?
I'm good.
Thank you.
Thanks, AJ.
But that would be good to do the water. That would make sense to do the
sewage
water
first,
after.
It's a very common practice. Sewage first, then the sink water.
Do any little flushing. That
The
would.
last thing that's been through that is soapy water from the sinks, and it's as clean as possible at that
Yeah.
point.
Right. So it's possible that we won't smell the sewage, or it's minimal,
Very minimal in comparison. Plus, you're going to be
as long as we
using
follow the correct protocol.
Yeah, because the tube's gonna be hooked up to something else.
special RV toilet paper.
Special RV toilet paper.
Oh, okay. Where we purchased that at?
Special RV toilet paper or septic safe toilet paper that you buy at the supermarket, Scott 1000 or something like that.
What is called special? What?
Special says RV marine tanks.
Yeah.
Right, Melissa?
Okay.
No, something's
I
not me.
hate that. It basically disintegrates when it touches water.
Yeah. Okay.
If you buy Charmin Ultra Soft,
So it's
hits
RV toilet paper.
yeah, you buy that Charmin 3-ply stuff. It's great, but it doesn't dissolve in the tank, and you'll have clogging issues.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Clog free.
So you have to use that kind of paper along with a chemical that's going to break everything down. Liquefies your solids, controls
That
all the
goes to the
odors.
toilet?
This goes into the toilet, a couple ounces of it
Yeah.
per tank full of waste.
Thank you.
It's like 2-3 ounces per tank full. That's enough for a complete tank. 25-ish gallons.
So you just put some of that in there.
Right into the toilet, flush it down. That little bit of chemical is just sitting in the bottom of that black tank.
Nice.
Like an airplane, or like a porta potty.
Like a porta-john. You know that
Yeah,
green
yeah,
and blue
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
in a
yeah.
porta-john? This is just highly concentrated version of
And
that
we just
stuff.
put
Yeah.
a little bit in there?
2-3 ounces. Actually, it says 2 ounces per 40-gallon waste tank. So 2 ounces
one
is
ounce.
fine.
Let me
yeah.
see the front of that again.
Yep. Overkill is better than not
Oh,
enough.
okay, so
so.
it's not gonna hurt
Take
it.
a,
No,
take
not
a
at all.
picture while I'm recording.
And you can get Scott 1000 supermarket
That's what,
paper.
Juanita
It's
told
all
me
fine.
that. Yeah, Scott tissue is the equivalent.
It's as long as it says septic safe on the bottle. You can get Target brand toilet paper as long as it says septic safe.
Septic safe.
Yep.
So people who have septics in their house, that's
Right in the middle of it is a button.
You got it.
Yeah, right there. There's a little button right in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Good. Oh, it's gonna be
And then that
sweet.
chemical-
Like when I think.
This chemical comes in a powder form, pellets, or liquid. Any way you do it is fine.
We had to buy that in bulk. RV.
Your 30 amp power cord that goes into the wall over there is just
Oh yeah.
coming
where-
right out of this compartment. Same door.
Oh, okay.
retractable.
Manually. You're just pushing it in. Yeah, it's not on a reel or anything. You're literally just
Electrolux.
you're unplugging and just stuffing it in there. It's about it.
Okay.
And this little hatch comes
That
down,
closes it.
so you can close that and then still close the door instead of having the cord coming out of it.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Okay.
So it's, let's say.
How that
if-
open? Just plop it down?
Yeah, just kind of pop it
If
down.
we were parked somewhere at a campground or wherever, it would be smart to plug in whenever we can, because it saves the life of the generator.
Yeah, less hours on the generator. Yeah.
So whenever we can plug in,
Whenever you can plug in, do
plug
it.
in. Yeah.
Set that option, you can.
Yeah.
If you can't plug in, it's a generator. If you can't run either, for whatever reason, maybe you're in an area where you can't run a generator. And I say that because some of the campsites have like quiet time between like 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. You can't run the generator all night, so they have to shut them down. Then you're stuck with whatever you can power up yourself on the batteries, which is everything but the air conditioner and the microwave, like we talked about. Okay.
I'm gonna go camping.
Yeah, we're doing a road. We're going to road camp. Yeah, I'm thinking about camping. Like I'm going on a camp.
Camden?
Camping. No, I'm thinking about camping too. Like I'm taking the road on a camp trip.
As well, right?
I'm gonna take this out on a camp trip, man.
Come back over here.
A recovery camp trip. All right.
We should have one.
Yeah.
I forgot you had this. So let's go back to dumping the tanks, right?
Dumping the tanks. I'm back
I
with
forgot you had this other feature on this one. So you're all hooked up with the sewer hose.
Yep.
You pull the black valve to dump the sewage.
Gotcha.
When you leave that, after you dump that black tank, you leave that valve open. If you have the ability to, you have a black tank flush kit built in. So hook up another water hose to here with that black tank empty and the valve open. That water sprays into the tank and kind of rinses anything that's stuck on the sides. Paper or waste gets stuck on the sides, it rinses it all out.
That's like a regular water hose, right?
Yeah.
Regular.
Standard water hose right there. Sprays inside the tank, probably cleans 95% of the inside of that tank, and that rinse water is coming right back out.
You guys keep
all hooked
that tanks open while you do that?
Yes.
Gotta keep the tank. That's what that caution sticker is reminding you. Good
Keep
question.
that open. That's a good
If you
thing.
didn't have it open,
The
you
valve is, it's a pull-out.
the
valve,
same
is that
pull-out
right?
valve that I did before into the bucket. Yeah, one on the right.
So it's not a twist, it's a pull-out.
It happens to move a little bit. And it's just spring-loaded, but
But it's a pull-out.
it's pulled straight out and push in. Yep.
And then push it back in and close it.
They're both closed right now. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
literally a gate valve. You're opening the floodgates, literally.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's good.
But yes, that caution sticker is reminding you to leave that valve open because otherwise you're filling the tank through the sprayer, and if you get sidetracked and you forget that's
And that's only to flush the waste
only
department.
the sewer waste with the black. It
Got
does
it.
not flush the gray
Gotcha.
because there's really no reason to flush
Really,
the gray. It's
yeah.
only soapy water anyway. Right?
Issue that thing.
Aside from that's that new model that just came out.
Oh, storage.
Yeah, you got plain old storage, little door here. Also that gray key.
Yeah.
That does this.
So that's good to keep all of the toiletry, all of those things right
Anything
there.
you want really, because you have so many other compartments as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Chemical, the sewer hose,
Oh, no.
25 feet of water hose to hook up at the campground or to fix or to fill the tank. That toilet paper I showed you. The adapter I mentioned.
Yeah.
So remember we were plugged into the wall with the male version of this. It just adapts it down to the standard outlet right there.
Which will only be running at 15 watts.
15
of
amps
30.
instead of 30.
15 amps.
Yep.
Okay.
So you just can't run as many items. Okay. Got limits. And if you were to forget and you just overloaded the 15 amp, the breaker for that outlet would trip. It's not a big, not a huge concern. It's protected anyway.
Do we have out back of the recovery center, is there electric code? Hold up.
I think.
At least a standard outlet, yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because remember when we have the events out there, we had to go in that gate and plug in the extension cord.
Yourselves or an electrician can easily, I'm sure, add a 30 amp wherever you mainly are going to house it, and
We can get the county to do that.
Yeah, they can do it.
gloves to wear.
They'll
when
love
you're
to do
dumping tanks.
Some people would love to do it. Oh, you want me to add it? You know, that's their day. Like, that's what I want to do.
Yeah. Plain old storage. Like
Yeah.
On the other side, if you took that cable off the door, that's how wide it is.
All of the same key?
Yep, still the same key. Okay. This one is not storage, it's the generator.
All right.
So that's what your generator looks like. It's diesel, like I said, RV quiet diesel of 3200. Right behind here is the generator. And then to open this door, if you wanted to do any maintenance to it, like checking the oil or anything, you just push this in and that pops the handle out. Just grab that. It's not on a hinge. So once it's here, you just lift it right off.
Ah.
Okay? There's little pins down there.
So like, oh my God, I broke
You
it.
don't want to break that. You don't want to break that those pins right off. But obviously, brand new generator. It has a fuel filter, just like any other engine. An air filter back here. You do need an oil change in it eventually, every 150 hours, I believe it is. There's an oil drain plug, just like in your car. You drain the oil right here. oil fill, oil dipstick. Right there. We will start this later on to show you that it's operating. But there's a meter in there that tells you how many hours it's been running. And I'll show you that when we get inside.
And the wheel drain from beneath? Or
Yeah,
not
there's
beneath?
a little, right there you can get your finger through. So if you take this nut off right here,
Yeah.
it drains through the opening. You just gotta catch it in the pan there. The grill hookup I was talking about. So if you get a portable low pressure gas appliance, you can hook it up to this guy.
Right.
Maybe a 4, 5, 6, 7 foot hose, and you're just hooking out here, whatever you're doing with it.
So would a regular gas grill with a propane tank? No, that's
Your normal Weber's in your backyard would not hook up to this, no.
the low pressure.
It's going to be something that you would put on a table with like 2 burners on it.
Gotcha.
Or a little burner barbecue grill about that size,
Yeah.
made for campers. Maybe, yeah, something like that. They even make gas-powered like fire pits that you can have like campfires with. You know. Put that in.
So to turn that on is,
All on the inside.
oh,
Yes. Can't start it from out here. You got to hit the buttons on the inside. Yeah.
you
Okay.
had an inverter that looked it up like that, we had to turn it on. Yeah.
And your Mercedes dealer can do the oil change. Maybe you or your crew can do the oil change on the engine as well. But Mercedes could do warranty work on the chassis part. We do the warranty work and repairs on the Winnebago side of it. So if it involves engine and drivetrain and things like that, it's a Mercedes dealer and they'll do it. And we can do basic stuff like oil, hot exhaust ports, water heater, furnace for heat.
Yep.
So when the water heater is running, this gets hot, and when your heat is running, this gets hot. Simple as that. This you don't do anything to. This is just a sealed unit. You can't do anything to it. Water heater happens to open. As the owner, you don't have to open this either. But if we needed to fix it, this is where we would fix it. Turn that little latch up. And this is also just like that generator door. It's not on a hinge.
Okay.
You lift it off.
Oh, right.
All right. That's what the water heater looks like. That's the exhaust. It's slightly warm because I had the hot water running before.
Yeah.
Slightly warm. It has a pressure relief valve just like your home water heater does, right on the top. But as it's making hot water, it's just red hot air coming out of here and all set. It's already turned on, power on, and you adjust everything on the inside for the hot water.
So would that get, when that's closed, would it get like hot to the touch where you could burn yourself?
More so on this one.
So we
Yeah.
gotta do something about that, because
Yeah.
like the public.
Public, yeah. If they're gonna be, exactly, I totally get that, yep. If you're ever at an event and you wanted to minimize that, you could simply turn it off and not use it, but if you need a hot water, it has to be on this, it's unfortunately on this side, yeah. You can simply not use it, but
Okay,
when this one's running, the heat is only coming out about this far out,
okay.
and it kind of radiates right up. It's not even, this is plastic, so that shows you how hot it gets. It's not even hot enough to melt that, of course. This is red hot. You could easily burn yourself if you're this close to it.
Yeah.
So, matter of fact, you can hang right here. Let me turn that heater on just so you can view it.
All right.
And we'll turn it off.
I want to see.
Like a Batmobile, doesn't it?
So I wonder if we could put a sign that says cautious.
Like a sticker or something on there.
Yeah, because they're going to wrap it. I wonder if we could tell them for this section, can you add
Yeah.
in your wrap, like,
Maybe I exaggerate a little bit. It's hot, but
Yeah, man. Yeah.
it's on the bottom. Feel it?
oh no, it's hot.
It's hot.
That's hot.
There you
Yeah.
go. Get your
Yeah.
little coat out.
It'll
I
get,
smell gas coming, is that gas?
That's just the exhaust.
Get warm.
no, I was
Here's
saying.
the water heater running.
Yeah.
So, I want to say furnace on the way.
Yeah, it is.
So you don't feel hot.
Yeah, that get hot. But I wonder if they could add what you call when they wrap, put a part right there that says cautious hot. Like maybe.
Yeah, because we're getting this wrapped,
Oh yeah.
when we asked the people at the wrap place
Let them know.
to put right here something like hot.
Probably good.
I think so. Because we tell them ahead to up.
When they wrap it, are they taking these off?
I don't.
Okay.
They
Cool,
probably
yeah.
shouldn't, right? Because that probably has holes in it, right?
No, that's 3M double side tape. So fishing line and a buffer wheel will come out. Just it's painted under there too, just like that. So.
No, they should probably go out. Cut
I'll
around.
keep it on.
Yeah.
Lockable, waterproof. This one has a hatch going through the bottom where you can put like electrical cords because this one has an outlet up in it, up in here.
Oh wow.
So if you set up a table with devices you need to plug in, run the cord up there, plug them in instead of shutting the door.
And that power runs from the same.
from the generator or
Yeah.
the shore power. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
What's lockable mean? Is it lockable?
Lockable.
Oh, lockable.
Lockable compartment.
What's this?
That is your inverter. So I heard you mention inverter before,
Inverter,
but you
yeah.
have a very small inverter compared to what I'm thinking you had in the other van.
Do I have to turn it on down here?
No, not down here, inside.
And that controls the plugs.
It controls the plugs, but not that one. So
Definitely do that.
RVs, when they have an inverter that small, it only controls a couple of outlets inside.
Oh, a couple. Okay.
Mainly like for, say, if you're sleeping out in the middle of nowhere
Yeah.
and you couldn't run your generator and you couldn't plug in, but you had maybe a CPAP machine that you needed to sleep with, the inverter would power that up
Oh, that's good.
for all night.
Yeah.
It's a very small inverter.
And those plugs that you showed me come from inside
Shore
power.
Yeah. Yep. If,
Oh, that's
if
good.
you're running your generator or plugged in, every outlet in there is live.
Yeah.
The inverter only does like 2 or 3 outlets when you're
Oh, yeah.
going down the road.
All our power ran from the inverter.
Yeah. All of it on the inverter? Yeah.
All the
It didn't
plot.
break it down though. It didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that something the inverter you charged it up, or it ran on the batteries that are on
It
board?
ran on the
Ran on the
batteries.
battery.
Yeah.
Because they have these new inverter generators now, where it's like a
Yeah.
big battery pack basically that you charge up. And when you turn it on, you have enough power for an air conditioner for a couple hours running on that inverter. You know,
So how can we-
I don't know.
That's extra, huh?
that's there's only certain units that use that, and then this is a little. There's so many different ways to do it.
Yeah.
X.
Next.
Hey, let's stick with our. We're grateful for what we got, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this
Okay.
is.
Oh, no.
I mean, you couldn't do what you want to do with this.
I can't wait. I'm surprised we can't get it wrapped today and take it.
So right inside here,
All right.
a couple switches, and some of them are labeled, some are not. Awning light. It's the light that's in the awning.
Oh, this
there.
is our. Look at our awning.
Yeah.
See there? The awning itself, retract, extend.
Okay.
So you push extend.
So we familiar to that because our awning
Wait, we wanna see
is
it.
on that same side.
Was it on the? Was it a power awning as well on that? Awning?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it
It wasn't.
Had, it is
Yeah.
nicer though because it's.
You letting it out?
Yep. So it'll go out until those arms are straight, basically.
Did I see that on the other side too?
So what you saw on the other side is really, it's called a slide topper.
Okay.
So it's an awning that covers the roof of that slide rail. So when you're sitting,
Oh, it covers. Oh, cool.
yeah, if leaves or something fall on the top of it, they just fall right off when you bring the room in.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah, it
okay.
just keeps the roof
And it automatically comes out with the wall.
with the room.
Oh, cool.
It runs on you, automatic.
Does that have to fully extend, or
That's-
can you stop it?
You can
Or-
stop it anywhere, but that is fully extended.
Can you turn the light on so they can see what it looks like with the lights on?
Yeah.
So cool. Right?
Yes.
You gotta have the engine off and the emergency brake on in order for this to work.
Oh, that would make sense. Imagine if you could turn that on when you're driving.
When you're driving down.
Oh my goodness.
Look at the lights.
I like. Engine off.
Engine off, emergency brake on.
Emergency
In order for
brake
that to work,
on
yeah.
to open the
The
awning.
same, the opposite, since we're doing a video, the opposite goes for the leveling jacks.
Engine off.
The opposite though. So later on,
Oh, the opposite.
engine on, brake on. For the
Gotcha.
leveling jacks, but we'll do that again later.
Okay.
Not to confuse everything, but
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just the opposite.
yeah, just the opposite. Light off, retract. I believe if you start the engine or you put it in gear, one of those two, they won't do that.
Does that have an awning?
That one does, but it's in that black bag and it's manual.
See?
It's a pain in the,
That other button that extended is the opposite side.
Yeah. It's hard to see. Retract,
Got you.
extend. So, one touch extend.
Got you. Got you.
No touch.
And that's the lighting.
That was the lighting, and then this is just the power for the awning. So
Got
it
it.
doesn't work unless you push it on
Gotcha.
first. Yeah. And then while you're doing a video there are 2 battery disconnect switches right here. A dial has to be on, and this switch has to be on in order for the whole coach to be powered up.
Dial on.
Dial is on now. To turn it
Got
off,
it.
we'll do it later, but to turn it off, you just switch it to off.
With the button on.
And then this switch also has to be turned off when you are putting the van in storage.
Okay.
So if when you're done using this and you're going to store it wherever you're storing it, park it, shut the engine off, kill both of those switches, and you're set.
Got it.
You go start using it the next time you open the door, the first thing you do is turn both of those on.
Both of them.
Which switches are those?
Battery disconnect switches. Yeah.
They got you shut off.
And you did it on video, that's good. So there's a dial here you turn off, and there's a coach battery you turn off.
It's got to be
Rocker
on
switch here.
and on, and then when we park it, off.
And when you go to use it, on. Simple as
Yeah.
that. Coach battery off, on. This rotary dial is on right now, but you flipped it off. Both of them have to be off
When you're parked.
you're in start.
Gotcha.
Yeah. If you're going to leave it plugged in between your trips, between your uses, with like stuff in the fridge, they have to be on. But if you're not using it at all, they could be off.
Oh, okay, that's what you were gonna talk about, if we keep stuff in the refrigerator, we have to keep that on.
On, yeah. If there's times that you're not using the van, but you're using the fridge at least, they have to be on.
And that has to be plugged in, or the generator on.
Not necessarily. So your refrigerator, it's perfect because we're at the batteries right now. Your refrigerator there is powered up by these 2 batteries right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, they're 2.
Car battery.
It's not the car battery. Your car battery's down in the floor there. These are called AGM, maintenance-free RV batteries. They are powering everything in the back here. Okay, the Mercedes battery in the front, all it's doing is starting the car. Nothing to do with back here, right? That refrigerator is running on these 2 batteries. So you don't necessarily need to plug it in or run the generator just for the fridge. But if you have the fridge on for days, weeks at a time, not plugged in, you're draining these batteries quicker than the solar panels on the roof can charge them. Because you do have solar on the roof that's charging these batteries.
Check
But,
that out, we got
right?
solar.
You got solar panels on the roof as well. If you're draining the batteries quicker than the solar can charge, then you're going to deplete them. But if it's just for the fridge and you do need to keep the fridge running between your trips, between your uses, use that little adapter and just keep it plugged in, and that'll be fine.
Yeah, you guys will have to decide what's best for you.
I mean, the fridge is a decent size, but it depends on if you need it or not.
We give
We were
out,
just like a Wawa sandwiches we get.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Gatorade, water.
I mean,
Yeah.
we can take that and bring it back to the center.
All up
instead
to
of
you.
keeping that stuff
But
out there.
if it's
I think we'll
if
do
it's
that.
days or weeks at a time that you're not using the van, but you want the fridge, I would suggest plugging it in.
okay,
You don't want to drain these.
yep.
These batteries are charged while you're plugged in, generator, solar panels, or driving the Mercedes. Mercedes alternator charges these as well.
Nice.
Okay. There we go. Okay. Well, bar to brace yourselves up. 2 unlabeled switches here. Left is the porch light outside.
Oh.
Up, you see that up there? And then this is the ceiling lights in the front half of the van. So you have bright, off, and dim.
Got
See the difference with that and that? Then there's more light switches in the back that we'll go over.
Oh, what's this?
This is your leveling system that we're
Oh,
going to do
okay.
later on. Yeah. Generator and leveling system, we're going to do it at the end.
Okay.
Okay? All right, come on in.
Is the leveling system?
Pushed in, they will not open on the road. All these guys
Okay.
too.
Oh, as long as they're pushed in.
As long as they're pushed in, it's a physical little
I love it. That's so
I
smart,
do.
right?
deadbolt that'll keep it
Yeah.
from opening.
What's that moving back there?
Yeah, it's something rolling around here, you know? I will suggest that you devise something. So you have this pull-out faucet,
Yeah.
and you probably have one at home too. The faucet that pulls out has a weight on it.
Yeah.
It tends to do this as you're driving,
Okay.
hit the wall there. If you want to devise something, maybe like keep it from doing that, it'll drive you
Gotcha.
nuts. Right there, it just swings to and fro and hits the wall. So,
Yeah.
Just something to think about.
Yeah.
Water filter has not been installed because we're going to winterize it for you again, right? So there's no reason to install it and then have to get a new one.
Yeah.
If you install this water filter in that cartridge, it's going to filter the whole side of this faucet only for drinking water. It doesn't filter the whole van, just this faucet.
Just right here.
Yep. So just keep that in mind if you want to use it. If you don't use it, it's just non-filtered water in there. That's it.
Nice.
And your sink covers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Your faucet has a standard spray or a spray. This way is hot, I believe. Yeah, towards you is hot.
Still getting hot.
Yeah, it's getting hot now. Yeah, there it is. And cold that way. We still didn't get on into how to turn the water heater on. That's in the back there.
All right.
All right, so we got that.
Microwave.
Standard microwave. Nothing crazy there. I actually, you have it's a convection oven as well. It's not just a standard microwave.
Oh, okay.
It's a regular convection oven as well. So you got that as well. That light in the drawers comes on when you open it. It's hard to
Okay.
tell, but then it shuts
Ooh,
off
I
when
like
you close
that.
it. And there's soft
Ooh, I
close.
want that for my house. Good thing Apple's not here. That's his wife.
She'll want everything, right?
Yes.
I just confirmed what I wasn't sure of. You have both, a gas and an electric.
Oh yeah, you was trying to figure out
Yeah, I
what we
couldn't remember
had,
what you
so we
had.
got both.
You have an electric induction stove and a single gas burner.
Oh wow.
The igniter's built in on that.
Wow.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, induction stoves need an induction pan, a special pan, where you just go to Target and buy a variety of induction pans.
Oh, to cook with? That's
Yeah.
like a special pan.
Yeah, it's a magnetic pan. You can see the little display
Yeah, I
here.
see it.
Any pan that you own that a magnet sticks to will work on this.
Okay.
If it doesn't stick to it, it won't work. It just needs that.
It won't heat.
It won't heat at all. It won't turn on at all or nothing. No.
Oh
Matter of
wow.
fact, this induction pan, the induction pan, if you turn it on, and I turn the heat on,
Yeah.
it gives you this loud beeping because there's no pan on it. So
It won't work unless it has the
it
pan.
won't get hot at all right now.
Oh, good, because that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
If you accidentally put it, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's good.
And if you have people coming in and out and they wanted to mess with this, if the gas was off, it would never ignite. So if you
Yeah.
want to save yourself with that as well.
Yeah.
So where would we turn the gas off for that? That would be
On the
at
tank down there. Yeah.
That's that valve where you
That valve that, you
that
took
shuts
video of,
down
yeah.
all of that.
3 switches, again, unlabeled. So left is the under cabinet lights. Middle is the accent, which is above your head as well, above the bed. The right side is an exhaust fan right here.
Nice.
Compartments. TV, of course, it stays here for transport, and then when you want to use it, you can either view it like that, or it does open this way.
Okay.
It stops right there. And behind here, you have a DVD player,
Oh, there's TV.
a DVD Blu-ray player.
Yeah.
Just like at home, you put the television on HDMI
Yeah.
number 1, and it just kind of connects to
So
that.
we could probably keep the remotes and stuff inside
Behind
there.
there.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe right in there.
Yeah.
Paper towel holder.
Oh, wow.
So you hang the paper
Smart
towels, and
space.
it comes down here. Just pull them right down.
Yeah, they
Even when
hit
this
it.
is closed.
Hey, Mike, we got to work. Probably wake up.
This is tiny.
So all these,
Apartments.
you lock the
Yeah,
buttons
you
to the button.
open it.
Oh,
You
nice.
Just
open
with the
it.
button.
So whenever you go on the road, make sure all the buttons are.
Close.
They won't pop open. It's a
Yeah.
good thing.
That's good.
Okay.
More storage.
Are you going to be having any kind of internet in here? Probably set up some
Hotspot we use.
little
Do we have
hotspot.
a Wi-Fi thing
No,
in here?
no Wi-Fi in here. And what I was getting at is the television is a smart TV. So if you do
Yeah.
have Wi-Fi, you can connect to
We'll
it.
just use our hotspot.
We use our hotspot. Yep.
You'll be able to connect the television
Or
to the
Starlink.
hotspot. Or Starlink, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently that's
when
a
it goes
good-
live.
Apparently
What?
that's a good deal. The Starlink, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, when I was setting this up the other day, Saturday, There was 2 things I noticed on the TV that has to be fixed in the interim before we get it to you.
Okay.
The sound bar does not power up. I think it's broken. It's plugged in. There's power at the outlet. It just doesn't turn on. I've tried it. So they got to look at that and replace it. And the other thing is the television. So all the RVs have an antenna on the roof.
Okay.
Local over-the-air channels, and it wasn't getting any channels either. So it's a wire connection or something.
Okay.
You'll still be able to use it for the internet, for smart TV stuff, but it's supposed to have over-the-air capabilities as well, just to get local channels. So if you're familiar with Amazon stuff at all, it looks like my home TV remote, you know. So you just navigate through what you want to do. Let's see here, we're on home. If we go over to settings, that gear over there, and then you go down into the menu, and here's all the options. You know, like connecting it to the wireless network. Live television would be the antenna that I was just talking about. You're supposed to be able to go live TV, channel scan,
And it would pick something
and
up.
it picks up whatever is in the area.
Okay.
And I tried it a bunch of times, moving the RV to different locations, and it wasn't picking it up. So something's up with that. So
Okay. And to hook up to the DVD,
I'll show you that once that's done. I'm going to show you nothing because it's not going to work. But
well, just like which.
are you sure? Yes. So when you go to settings, go to inputs right there.
Yeah.
Inputs, HDMI 1.
That's the DVD.
That should be the DVD screen. Right there's the DVD screen right there. Blu-ray disc player.
Got it.
And you put a movie in, you're using the TV speakers. Once this is working, if you turn this on, the audio will come through there as well. It's a more projected sound. Those are the 2 items I found on that they have to get. And also, right behind you, there's a couple of screw caps that are missing, like right behind you. That screw to the wall, there's a couple of caps missing. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So we got to work on those 2.
And these.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask this.
Uh-huh.
So there's no screens for these windows.
That pull that screen straight down, the one that's up there. So it's either a screen.
Like this?
Yeah. So it's either a screen, or
You
if
gotta
you.
keep the bees out. That's
Yeah.
right. Oh my God! Look at that.
Now you can also pull
I
it
love
up.
that.
You can also pull it up for it to be a shade. Like
Oh.
Say what now?
I would
Pull it up.
Disconnect that. Unclip that. Push it. There you go. Pull the screen up, and now pull the shade up from the bottom.
Oh, back down here.
Ah.
And you have that on all the windows as well.
Okay.
Okay. I like it.
Now to close
That's
that.
on every window,
Yeah, I believe so. Not on the side window.
but the long windows.
But the long ones, yes.
Yeah, okay.
The side one has this little pull down.
Shade. Okay.
And this
They got pull down.
bathroom has a Venetian blind.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
What's this? Is this an extra seat?
It's actually, I think they call
For
it
your
a
feet?
footrest. You're not supposed
Oh.
to sit on it,
Oh,
but you can have your feet out. I wouldn't trust anybody's weight on that.
Yeah.
Mainly for your feet.
Yeah, you don't want to sit on that.
No.
yeah.
Okay.
That's why you feel faint.
All right, you got that.
Hey,
You got
calm down.
storage under the bed.
Okay. More
Got
storage.
there.
Can't have enough of that storage.
Yeah.
Wherever.
All our paperwork.
Because we're gonna
Go
have
there.
we have tables and chairs that we put outside when we park.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a table leg and a table in here that could sit there or there.
Oh.
If you swivel both those Mercedes chairs, you can have that table there.
Oh, there's a table in there that you put.
I'll show you.
Check
So,
that out.
I like it.
yes.
So we can make our.
Okay.
Have a seat, sir.
Right.
We'll get you some help today. Seat.
Now the table has to come out before you bring the slide room in. You see, that slide room comes into about here. On the
Okay.
track, so you got to put that away.
Okay.
But you can sit that where AJ is as well.
Same. So, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So when we come out, set up, we can. Yeah. And all the tables are in there.
You might not even
Just the
want
one.
a table on the outside.
It's one table, one leg. You don't get 2 of them. Unfortunately.
So, you can put it
Either way.
location. You can locate.
One at a
okay.
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's still good though.
I said there's only one hole in one.
Yeah, because one of the coaches might be. We might be seeing one client in here. You might be seeing somebody outside.
Now, this one is a different size, right?
What?
This one.
I think this one stays.
Yeah.
It looks bigger.
Hold it down.
That's
This one
the.
stays.
Is that the slide out part right there? Right. This section. Yeah.
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 And I think this
It's probably maybe on this tile here.
Comes
Probably the
all the way
slide will
in?
Come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is a little tight,
Yeah.
but once the slide.
So let's say if we were going on a road trip and you have to have the side panels in,
Right.
so people could still. Is there seat belts in here? No.
Yes.
There is?
Can't remember how many, but excuse me. Based on the cargo capacity of the Navion, they only allow a certain amount of people to sit in here.
Okay.
So you can't like have seatbelts for 10 people because that would be an
no.
extra 5,000 pounds or whatever it is. And you can't.
Oh, this is. Oh, so it's another storage room.
A whole other storage thing there.
Chairs might can fit in there. That's how much it looked like it can.
Really?
And Winnebago gave you another
Or
one of
under
those
here.
sewer hoses. It's just
nice.
a spare if you ever have a broken sewer hose. Okay. All right.
Does this tape? Oh.
Take these out here. All right.
Watch your leg, Carl.
Very good. This just pops out.
All right.
Oh, it does come out. Oh wow.
So, it'll come out. See these little pieces of wood right here?
Mm-hmm.
So, first of all, hold that one second.
Yep.
There is storage in here,
Oh,
and there, and over there,
whole bunch.
Belts too.
and then.
So when
Yeah.
this comes, it
So it's
retracts in. This is gotta come down.
No, it can stay up,
Okay.
but to make it the bed, it has to come down to be the
Oh,
platform.
it's a bed too.
Yeah,
It could be a bed,
It goes
too.
into those ports.
Here we go. Just
There you go.
now you take the cushion that's behind you,
This
just
here?
that, yeah, and this little one
Oh,
to
nice.
fill it in. I'm a puzzle.
Huh? Oh, I'm just
Exactly.
getting up.
What happened? They were supposed to be back at 2 o'clock. What happened? Oh, they fell asleep.
Fell asleep.
They make it too comfortable for you.
Oh man, a whole bed, man. Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
and guess what? And then this
Leave it
comes
as a
out
bed,
too.
And then
That's
that
cool,
comes
man.
I'll
out
come out to a bed as well. That's the main bed, of course.
Wow.
pretty nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
Now the Murphy bed,
Yes.
there are legs. Just pop right out. Standing in the bathroom forces you out of the way, and that's where the switch is for the Murphy bed. It's a simple little up-down switch.
Oh.
Down,
Oh, okay.
down brings it down, up brings it up.
Yeah.
So you hold that down.
Nice.
You got somebody sleeping there, sleeping there, sleeping there.
There.
You got plenty of space. Just a little.
There's an outlet on each side of the bed.
Oh, I see.
Reading lights.
Oh, reading lights.
If you push it once, it's a night light, and you hold it. Oh, they changed it. Oh, you just push it once for the night light, once more for the reading light.
Nice.
And it's all controlled by that switch in the
Is
bathroom.
this a queen
For the
size?
bed. I think it's a queen size,
Looks
yeah.
like a queen, yeah. Wow.
The question is, so if I go on vacation, am I allowed to borrow this?
Is it possible?
Yeah. And it goes right back up.
Right back up.
Wow.
We could put the whiteboard there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right
Display
here.
of some sort.
I was just saying we need a spot. That might be
Yeah, I
it.
like the way that, yeah.
That might be that's the place for it.
Yeah.
Great idea.
That's where the whiteboard can go. Yeah.
Later on, when we do the slide room, that's going to be this switch right here. Slide room out and in.
Okay.
We'll do that at the end, of course. You have a control panel up here. I don't know if it's going to be easier to do with this light off or not. I don't know if you can see it better on the phone.
Yeah,
with
I
that
see it.
off. Okay. So, when you push, is it better with the light on
Yeah.
on the video?
I can see it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
So, because sometimes the glare gets you. So tank level, I just pushed the button tank level, and it tells us the fresh water tank is 1/3 full.
Yeah.
LP gas tank, that's your propane.
Yeah.
That's 3/4 full, which is full.
Yeah.
They only fill to about 80%, so you won't go much higher than that. Gray and black tanks both empty.
Both of them empty.
Yep. They're not enough to read anything. The first reading on there is 1/3, I think it is. Battery level tells you that the Mercedes battery is 12.3 volts. Those house batteries that are under the step, they are 13.3. Both perfect numbers right now.
Yeah.
Water pump off, on. And that was getting your water pressure at the faucets, remember?
Yeah. So you can control them in 2 places?
3 places actually. There's another one right there.
Oh, was that? So I caught 2 of them. I caught 2. So
Outside
there's
is
another
good.
one.
So say you're using the toilet
Right here.
right here on the wall. So say you're using a toilet and the pump's not on, you can't flush it. You don't have to go out there to turn it on.
Oh, that's smart.
So that's 3
That's
places.
very practical.
3 places.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't hear the pump and you like, what's going on?
What happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know you said it yourself earlier, but you don't need the pump on when you're hooked up to a city water supply because you already have the pressure there.
Yeah.
You said it yourself.
So
earlier.
inside that closet is that closet
In here?
right there? Up on the top left-hand side, it's ripped.
Oh, the paper's ripped. Oh, okay. I'll put that on. Let me make a note of those TV
Okay.
things anyway, and I'll put them about
Yeah.
the papers.
We got plenty of storage spaces.
Yeah. Sure.
Because all our intake forms. I don't have a problem with no storage.
Well, the TV channels and the sound bar, they already know that.
And there's a thing on the
And the screw covers.
maybe push it in first.
No, just open it kind of like a car door. Just pull this out.
Oh. That thing keeps it from
From popping open.
uh-huh.
So this is automatic, like the locking mechanism.
I like
So
it.
all you do is close it. You don't have to secure it anymore.
Stuff flying all around while you're driving.
Yep. Now, your fridge has been on since Saturday when I set this up. It's nice and cold, of course. Here's your power button. So a little blue light
Yeah.
tells us that the fridge is on. You can adjust the temperature in the freezer and the refrigerator separately with these 2 buttons here.
Freezer.
Freezer, fridge. The freezer is set at number 3, 5 being the coldest possible. Go down to 1 if you want. And then the fridge is also on 3 out of 5. It's just like a dial in your home fridge.
Gotcha.
You just do it electronically up there, right? They have a night mode that you want to try to use at nighttime when if you're ever sleeping in this. You want to put the fridge to sleep so it doesn't use as much power all night long when the sun is away and it can't charge those batteries.
Yeah.
So you have a nighttime mode. With
That means
little-
don't open the door either when it's
Yeah.
on night mode.
If there's any time that you're not you're not opening the doors for long periods of time, just leave that on. It kind of holds its temperature a little better.
Nice.
And then to turn it off is holding that in.
Good.
Shuts off.
So did you talk about that
Not
yet?
that yet.
Okay.
No. Yep. This was the water pump and the tank levels. This is your solar panels, or a controller for the solar panels, really. So what we're looking at here is the battery voltage, 13.5. They generally match that bottom one within a tenth or so.
Okay.
You're monitoring it twice, so I want to say this one's a little more accurate. These buttons up here are already set in the electronics based on the kind of batteries you have, so I wouldn't really mess with those. This is
We
telling
don't
us
have the ability to mess it up, do we? We could make
if
it
you
a-
get deep into those settings, you could change it. You could accidentally tell the van you have lithium batteries versus the ones you do have, so you don't want to try not to mess with them. Use it for visual only, really, because it's already set. But it'll tell you here, battery condition is low, fair, good, and when it's fully charged, God bless you. When it's fully charged, that last one will come on
Okay.
with the 4 bars, right? The fact that that blue light is on above that lightning bolt tells us that the solar panels are charging the batteries right now. So
Okay.
even though we're indoors. it decided
Still
to
picking up something.
picking up some kind of sunlight, and it decided to turn its solar power on. But it did it all by itself.
Nice.
You don't do a thing to it. Simple as that.
Maybe we should tape over these buttons or something.
Something to prevent
Put
people-
something
yeah.
over it,
Yeah.
like the thermostats used to be. Remember at first that we used to have a cage around.
We could do that.
I'm like, man, can I adjust the temperature?
Yeah.
No, you can't even
Oh,
get
that's
in
right.
there.
You need a key on some of
You
them.
needed
yeah.
it, you couldn't get to
Yeah,
it.
That's over here, and people can mess with that unless you want to do a cage with some sort. Fuses and breakers,
Oh wow.
just like you have in your garage or wherever it is at your
Oh,
house.
this is your
Yeah.
fuse box?
Breaker box here on the right, and then fuse panel. Need a key or something to pry it off, but there's fuses
Okay.
behind that.
Alright.
Check where
So we
it
don't need
parts,
to-
we
we don't
shut
need to
that
touch
stuff
those.
off, or-
Now the breakers are if you shut them off when you're plugged in, you're not going to have power at the microwave
just
and all
have
that
to
stuff.
leave
You
them
leave them
alone.
on the whole time.
Yeah.
You unplugging is disconnecting power. You never have to turn them off.
Only if something gets tripped, that's where we
That's
check
where
it.
you would check it.
Yeah.
So say you plug too many things into the kitchen outlet, it would trip that breaker and you would have to go find it and reset it. There you go. Fuses are labeled on here, what they control.
Okay.
Oh,
There.
cool.
Okay.
Let me see that again.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
So one's for the theater seat, which you don't have.
Yeah.
They have an option for 2 theater seats versus the dinette. Power bed, the water pump, furnace fuse, refrigerator fuse are all labeled right there.
Gotcha.
Thermostat for heating and air conditioning. So you have 3 buttons on it: temperature up, temperature down, and the bottom one is your power button. And you're just going to keep toggling it to turn on whatever appliance you want, and it shows up on the screen which one you're going to run.
Oh no.
So first time you push it, it's fan on low speed. It won't be air conditioning or heating; it'll just be the fan.
And that comes.
Comes out these ends here.
Nice.
So no AC, no heat, just the fan. Next time you push it, it goes to
That's fan only?
fan only. Now it's going to be high fan speed. Give it a second. Right there. Just kicked into high fan speed. Next is AC on high fan speed. And this is where you set your temperature. So you'll get the compressor to come on right now. It'll start being air conditioned air. Right there.
Yeah.
This is how Rose sounds, right? When we had the air conditioner on the
Yeah.
converter.
Right there.
Yeah.
I can feel it. It smells good.
Yeah.
So is this you should remember saying it's some noise, but it's not too loud.
We were talking about the generator earlier.
Yes, is
Yeah.
that the generator? kick
No,
on?
no.
Not yet.
We're still plugged into the wall,
Okay.
so yeah.
Alright.
Yep.
That's the air conditioner.
Right now we're on air conditioning. So we are on air conditioning high fan speed. The next time you push it is air conditioner low fan speed. So that'll kick down. There. Next time you push it, it's low fan speed automatic mode, which shuts down the fan when it reaches temperature instead of constantly running the fan
Yeah,
24/7. Next one is high fan speed automatic. Does the same thing, just higher fan
So the
speed.
rectangle is the toggle,
Yes. Just keep pushing that until you get back to the word off
and
to
then the
turn it on.
triangles are temperature up, down.
Yep. So after cool high auto is heat electric. So the air conditioner can turn into a heater. So it'll take a minute or so. That's going to switch over to be a heater now.
Switch from heat to air.
From AC to heat.
AC to heat.
So it's going to take a while to do that. And then the next time you hit it, it would be gas heat, propane.
And just keep going through.
That's like in the hotel room. We're trying to get it at the right temperature.
You never get it at the right temperature. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you never do.
Right? Oh my gosh.
You got the bright lights, the dim lights, and middle is off again. Same in the restroom. Bright, dim, off.
So how many gallons, like if somebody was to take, which we're not going to, but
Mm-hmm.
an average shower would use how many gallons of water? would you say?
I want to say that the water pump on average puts out like 4 gallons per minute. So 3-minute shower, 12
So
gallons,
that would be a
roughly,
good time to have your hose
hooked up
outside to use that water instead of the tank.
instead of the tank. But you're always limited to the capacity of the gray tank, though. Going down the drain, it has to go somewhere, and it's going into that tank. So you
so
couldn't
we
take a
have to dump
half-hour
it.
shower no matter what, because you're limited to that capacity.
You
where
don't
it's
have
going-
no
where
room
it's
for
going.
it.
You don't have room for it, right?
There's no room for it.
Okay, I was just asking.
Now, if you were fortunate enough, it doesn't happen too often, but if you were fortunate enough to stay at a campsite hooked up with the sewer 24/7,
Yeah.
you could technically leave that gray valve open, take a shower, it goes down the drain right out into the septic.
This is all water.
It's only water anyway. You never want to do that with the black tank, though, the toilet.
Yeah.
That has to stay in the tank and break down before you dump it with that chemical
So
stuff.
probably have a shower.
It's going to have to be quick. Yeah.
So we can't use it for showers for the homeless. There's that.
3 minutes up, get out.
Get out.
Close them down though. We can use the outside shower.
So while we're waiting for that, it's going to take a little bit. Let me switch spots with you. I want you to get a video of this guy right here.
All right.
So that is your water heater. Okay. So the only way to get water, hot water in any of these hot faucets is controlled right here. Okay.
In any of them.
All hot faucets, it's controlled right there.
Okay.
Even the outside faucet. Okay. It's hard to see, but there's a little nubby right there, a little
I
pin,
see it.
and the word off. Okay?
I got you.
So the water heater's off right now.
Yeah.
One click up is your standard everyday hot water.
Got it.
Okay. One more click up, it just doesn't get it as hot.
All right.
So you have warmer hot water.
Got you.
Okay. As the owners of this, you want to try to keep the water heater in one of those two settings, right?
Yeah.
If you accidentally bring it down to this clean procedure, there's a
Yeah.
clean function. You can
I
probably
see
see it
it.
right there.
Yeah.
That's a feature that it has built in where it cleans the inside of the water heater
Yeah.
with these little tablets. If you accidentally put it in that feature, you can't get it out of that feature. You have to let it finish. So you
Okay.
try not to do that. It's
So you-
recommended to do that once a year.
Yeah, but not often.
Not too often. If you accidentally do it, you can't back it out. You have to let it finish.
So we going up top.
Oh, up top only, yeah.
So you want it hot or warm?
Yep. So, and when it's turned on, you get that little yellow light in there right there.
See it.
And then you'll get this hot water.
And that controls all the water.
Yep. All
temperature.
4 hot faucets.
Yeah.
That's already red hot right there.
Yeah, it is.
If you have that off, every faucet's just going to be cold water.
Yeah. And the water, you got to turn that, what you call
The
it's off of the generator.
no, this is all the propane. Yes.
I mean propane.
The propane, yes. I knew what you meant. Yes.
Yeah.
This is only the propane, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Water pump switch. Toilet works now. If you wanted to try that, you just lift that up, of course, and you push that foot pedal down. Right by your right foot, there's a foot pedal.
Oh, wow. Got
So
it.
push it lightly. You're adding water. Push it even further, all the way to the floor, all the way down, and it flushes. And it goes straight down in there.
Oh,
It's a
no.
foot flush.
Yeah.
The longer you're holding it down, the more water is going in there.
Got it.
And there's none of that cleaning product in there yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Good.
We're going to winterize it. There's no reason to put it in now. Heat source gas
Yeah.
does not need to be plugged in. That was my next thing. That's perfect. But this gas heat that we're running, you do not have to be plugged in. It just runs on the propane and the battery system.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's the second heat one.
The second heat.
So you need to-
Complete your propane.
This is going to be the quickest. So I would guess you're probably not going to use it a ton in the next couple of weeks because it's only getting warmer. But dead of winter, you probably drain that tank in a week, 8 days, keeping it like 70 degrees in here if it's 30 outside, maybe. And you'll monitor that up here, tank levels.
So those are the same levels that you could have seen outside with the generator, or no, we have to go inside the generator to read those levels.
Not the generator, no.
What was it over? Something over
Over here was the generator. Over there is the propane tank.
But in order to see the hours of generation or what, we have to go outside and look in there, right? So this doesn't tell us anything about the generator.
No, not right there. The generator, right here,
Okay.
which we didn't get into yet.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. No, that's fine.
That's all right. Yeah.
That's one of the next things. So your generator, that's only your tank levels and whatnot. This is how you start your generator.
Okay.
Okay. Let me unplug before we run the generator.
Okay.
There is no reason. Yeah, thanks. There's no reason to ever run the generator if you're plugged in. It's not a danger, but there's no reason to.
Because you plugged in.
Because you're plugged in.
No danger, but it's an energy waster.
It's a waste of energy. So if you were to do that, start the generator when you're plugged in. The generator takes over as your power source. It just ignores the fact that you're plugged in.
Oh.
Generator takes over.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Okay. So
we always want to plug into the neighbors.
Yeah, use their power. We are unplugged. You see the clock went away.
Ah.
That's how you know. That's my go-to. If you have
Okay.
power, you look at the microwave clock.
If the generator, the microwave go out, it's something else, right?
If you're plugged in and the microwave goes out, you've either lost power or a breaker tripped or something.
Okay.
Yeah. So to start the generator, you smell that furnace now? That the gas heat? It's getting warmer in here. To start your diesel generator, you first push the red button.
Gotcha.
It says wait to start. In its lifetime, since we've had this RV, we ran that generator for 7 hours total. So that's the meter. You know, here and there we start them, showing people the units. We run it a little bit. You said yourself about the starting the diesels with the timing. About they took a long time on the older diesels.
Yeah.
That's what this waiting period is here. So these diesel generators take some time to start as well.
Okay.
So when you push that in, the waiting period is right now. And you're waiting for this cycle to go on. That's like 5-6 seconds. And it says generator off. That's how you know you're ready to start it.
Ah.
Hold down the green button. Try it again. Hasn't run in a while.
So don't lay on the
Start.
You can lay on the start until it's running, but it stopped trying to start because it hasn't been running in a while. There it goes. Oh, almost. I haven't run it in a couple days. So.
Okay. And how many hours is that generator going to get? How many hours of life?
If you keep up with oil changes, it could be thousands of hours. Just like you have 150,000 miles on your car.
3,500 hours, I think you said.
150, I believe it is.
And having a generator run for how long? How many hours we used to be out? 5?
5 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours a day? That's fine.
No,
Yeah.
4 hours like
Straight.
twice a week.
Yeah, that's fine. Just keep in mind it picks up diesel from the engine tank, the Mercedes tank. It doesn't have a separate tank for the diesel.
Oh, it uses our fuel.
It uses
Okay.
the same fuel, so you have
Okay.
to have over a quarter of a tank.
Okay.
There we go. So it's louder than normal right now because we're echoing in the building. It will settle down. It'll be quieter outside. We can start it outside again later. But just keep in mind it is echoing in our small shop right now too.
Much louder, much louder.
Yeah.
Put it out in the parking lot. It'll be this loud. But you
So
won't hear
with
it.
the generator, everything can work.
Yep. So
Heat.
it's running now. You wait for this microwave clock to come back on. That's
Yeah.
how you know the power came on. Then you can start using the air conditioner and everything on
Okay.
all your outlets. You'll even see this power up.
That's when you know it's ready to go.
It's like a 2-minute waiting period. There we go. I just heard
I
this.
just heard it.
Yep.
The
Oh,
microwave.
there's a microwave. This comes on first, and then this.
So then we can control all that.
So can you start the generator? Do you have to have the generator on?
If you want to
Or
use-
like, can you plug in and use everything else?
Yeah, that's what we were doing so far up until right now. We were plugged in. doing
So if we
everything.
have a plug-in source, we don't have to use generator.
Never. Yeah.
But if
Never
we're
do
not
both at
on
the
the
same
road,
time.
we don't have a plug source, we need a generator.
You never do both at the same time. It's either or.
And if we didn't have a plug and if we didn't run the generator, we only would need it to run the air
The
microwave.
microwave.
and the microwave.
Yep.
So
It's
I'm
good
thinking,
questions, man.
Yeah.
I'm good
So-
like that.
Huh?
That being plug or generator, you can't use anything.
So
Or because like does it hold energy that you can use it for
the
so many
batteries,
hours?
yeah, the batteries hold that energy. So we're unplugged now. Generator's running. This is all powered up, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut the generator off.
Yes.
And show you what we can do.
That's off. That's off. The heat still works though. The lights, as you see, the fridge still works. All off of those batteries now.
Okay.
So we can have heat without the generator.
What else? The water pump still works.
Heat works.
Yep.
Water works.
Hot water
Hot
works.
water works.
Hot water works.
Hot water
Yep.
works.
All off the battery system. You're on power.
So it's just the microwave
The stove and the air
Stove.
conditioner.
and air conditioner.
Yes, I didn't say stove before. But
So winter months we're basically perfect.
yeah.
If
Everything else is
Now keep in mind, more you have on when you're on the battery power, the more you're going to drain.
yes,
batteries.
yeah.
So,
So
try to monitor that.
68.
so the quicker we can get to a plug or use our generator,
Or
use it.
start the car to help drive the charge of batteries.
Yeah.
We'll still need a generator for the.
I just noticed that too. We didn't have to have the car running
Nope,
for the
nothing.
heat and everything.
Nothing.
Back here,
Back here, nothing.
up
It's
there,
all
you need the
independent.
heat, right?
Up there, you treat it like any other car when you're driving.
Oh, because remember before we couldn't use the road. Remember you used to be like, dude, can we get heat
A
if
lot
the
of-
road and stuff is off? I said no.
Very common question, if you haven't done it before, is if you have to have the engine running to do anything back here. There's nothing.
We used to have it running there
we used to
for
have
hours.
we used to have it
And
running
we
for
didn't
4
have
hours.
to. We didn't have to. Is
Yeah.
that
Well,
what
it
you said?
depends
We
on.
had
No,
to
the
have
your
old
it.
one we
wire.
did.
We did have to have the car running, right?
The old our van.
The 11,
In order to use
2011?
heat,
Yeah.
we had to have it running.
Okay. It could either be designed that way or
Well,
something's broken.
they
or something.
they redesigned it and
Yeah.
they put the exhaust out the top so
Sure.
we can idle for hours
Yep.
without. And it looked pretty cool when it was cold out going
Yeah,
down
yeah.
the road.
They were
It's
really
tinted.
close, shielding their eyes. They could, yeah.
Uh-huh. You can watch people.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, they won't be able to at all if you have those on.
Oh, nice. I like that. The shades,
Yeah.
and then you can switch it.
So I have the windshield shade on and one of the door shades on just to show you how they operate. The
I like
door
it.
Shade.
The Sprinter.
This one is as simple as just the visors are holding it in place, you know.
Oh wow. So they don't burn up the dashboard.
Yeah.
But we be sitting stationary so much.
Yep. And then these shades, I have the door closed on it, so it hangs in there. They don't stay very well unless you close them on the door. So open this door, it pops right down. There's little magnets in it, but they don't hold very well.
Where they keep them up here?
They keep them in that little baggie.
Oh,
You put the
okay.
bag wherever you want.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. Instead of the sun burning up my dashboard, not mine, but
Yours. It's all of ours. Ours.
Mine.
instead of it burning, you know.
Yeah,
Look at
it's
this.
just like
Yeah, but we gonna be sitting there. We ain't gonna...
Swiveled around. You have these little boosters if you
Oh
want.
my gosh, I need
I
one
like
of those.
it.
I need one of those for my office chair.
Yeah.
When I'm sitting in my office chair, I deflate during the day.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
the
goes
spring
down.
is losing its
Yeah, next
power.
thing
Yeah,
you
the
know,
springs
my
are-
computer
Where am I
screen.
going?
So, oh, they keep these up here.
Yeah, wherever you want again. But
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Oh,
But
nice.
you could put your chairs and such up there too, right? If you had something to.
Yeah.
Scrap them.
strap them in.
Is there
Yep.
straps in here now?
No straps.
Okay.
The plastic's still on the bed, but if
Okay.
you took the plastic off, this cushion flips over, so you don't have to duck going in. between
Oh,
here and
okay.
here.
So you have more headspace.
Yes.
This could be moved over. Oh.
I think I kind of step things out.
And then the ladder, if you need it, just clicks onto these guys.
Lovely.
And if you're sleeping up there, there's a outlets and USBs over there for whoever's sleeping.
Plenty of sleeping space. If she ever throw me out.
You got the comforts of home now.
That's what I've been at.
If she ever throw me out. Did I forget y'all going to my room?
So, to do the slide room, I mentioned earlier, but I'll say
Okay.
now on video, you have to have the engine running and the emergency brake on in order to bring the slide room in.
The emergency brake is.
So pull up.
Okay. Oh, I like that. You
Okay.
can take your driver's test on this one.
Yeah, it's got to have the pull-up brake, right?
Yeah.
Foot on the brake, as long as this is
Where do we have
nearby.
to be? Are we gonna get
Push the
bumped?
button to start it. Okay. That very loud beep you have now
Yeah.
is just reminding you that the stabilizer jacks are down
That's good.
because you can't
I was
see them.
thinking that. Like,
drive
what if
away
I
now.
forget the things are down and
It'll
try to
scrape,
drive
right?
off?
It'll scrape.
I believe they retract anyway when you put it in gear. but you want to stay ahead of it.
Sure.
You know,
So that live B.
That retracts. Them things.
those jacks. We're gonna do that very
Oh,
soon. Yeah,
wow.
we're gonna bring this room in.
Bring it in, bring it in.
Do a little video here if you want.
Oh, that's where it
I'm
comes
gonna
in.
hold that in, and just keep in mind that whole room's coming in to about here, so we have to stand clear.
So this, not this side.
The whole thing from
Oh,
here.
all from there to there. I see.
Oh,
All
I
of
see it. I see it.
As long as you're holding it, it goes in. If you let go, it stops.
Yeah.
Out is out, and in is in.
And it comes all the way in, so you got to make sure you're standing.
Make sure the table is out. Remember that table I just had here earlier?
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah. Well,
Or
that could
no,
be up.
no.
That
Now,
one
this
that I
table
put
can be
down,
up.
that could be up, but this
Yeah.
one was part of the floor, so
I got you. I got it. Make
All
sure,
the way in just then?
no.
No.
make sure that table's up right there. This one can stay up. I'm sorry.
Right there.
Okay.
When it stops, you let go. You can still make your way into the restroom if you needed to. When it was in,
Yeah.
you pull over on the side.
So all our we have to make as the coaches make sure all our things that we need put up are put
Are
up
put up
first
away.
before we put it.
That's right.
So everything we got out, make sure it's put up first.
Another important item when you're doing this slide room
Yeah.
is to leave the main door open.
It's not going
Oh.
Because you're
just like wow.
pushing the air out.
Longer.
Yo, so make sure the door's open.
Ooh, I love the way the steering wheel feels.
Brand new, huh?
Said make sure the door's open when we putting this back.
When your room goes in or out, you
Yeah.
have to leave that door open to push the air out. You have to exhaust the air somewhere. So if the windows and doors
Okay.
are shut, there's no room for that air to escape. So you leave the door open when you do that.
Got it.
It's pretty important.
And these are just open by sliding.
There's
All
5
the-
of them.
okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It didn't
Push
pop out. Got it. And all of them got the screen and shade.
Yep.
Now, it's legal, so if people had their seatbelt, not that we're going to be, but they could ride as long as they have their
As
seatbelt.
long as there's seatbelts. I think there might be some in here. I'm not sure.
Oh, so yeah, because they all got.
And
There's
would
one
the
on that
TV
seat.
work while we're driving? Yeah, because the solar panel, right?
TV would work with the generator running at the same time because it's a standard television.
But you
so
can't have the generator on when you're driving, right?
you could because it's a diesel generator.
Oh, wow. I don't. Okay.
It's the
to
same
operate
fuel
off
as the
motor.
engine, so you can do that.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, makes sense because
Yeah. Other Navions
Everything up.
have propane generators, and yours doesn't. So if you had a propane generator, you're not supposed to run it on the road. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
So we might label all these with
Carl, you want to
everything.
sit in the driver's seat and see how it feels?
sure.
Yeah, go ahead in there.
Yeah. Get comfortable up there. We're gonna do these leveling jacks in a minute.
Okay.
Okay, but and how do you do the captain chairs, the swivel?
Do that right now.
Oh, okay. Get out.
Easier to swivel the seats when you're not sitting in them.
Okay.
Okay. So standing here is the best
Oh.
spot. Your
Yo.
controls are here.
My new truck.
Oh, nice. My car has just like that,
Just
except
like
it doesn't. Except it doesn't swivel, but
Balling.
it
So
looks just like that.
Yeah.
obviously you
It's
can sit
comfortable,
back and
too.
forward wherever you want to put it.
Okay.
This lever
Right
right
out
here,
in this
Uh-huh.
spot.
slide it over, and that's what does the
Oh,
swivel.
easy. I love it.
So
But
you just.
in
It's
order
better to
for-
do it when you're not in it.
It's much easier when you're not in it. You also have to slide the seat forward before you swivel. If you swivel it
You really
now,
don't need
it's gonna hit
this.
here.
You're
Ah.
So forward, enough where it clears right there.
So the forward and back is on the door.
It's on the door.
Got it.
So is the angle of the seat.
It's all on the door.
It's all on the door. Heated seats
Oh, wow.
and memory.
And the swivel is down the bottom.
Swivel is manual down here.
Does the seats have air conditioning?
Got it.
Just heated.
Just heated. That's okay.
Yeah.
I just like to see the mirrors.
I like it.
These are much more comfortable than those Fords like that 2011
Oh,
you had.
man.
Oh man.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Come on out here. We'll do the leveling jacks. You want to see these jacks?
Yeah, he coming around.
Yeah. So those jacks are down now.
How many is it?
4.
Let me see. Jacks.
Those leveling jacks. So one in each corner, yeah. Engine is on. Emergency brake is on. We're gonna hit all retract. You feel it? Feel it? Now, if you
Yeah.
look underneath there, all 4 of them are going up.
Now they going up. Yeah.
Now we're on this table right here. All four. Engine on, emergency brake on. All I did was push all retract. All four of them are retracting. Once they're up, we're gonna level it again to show you how it works.
Oh, they got individual controls.
You could do it individually, but you could do it manually as well, or automatic. So they all went up.
Yeah.
That beeping stopped
Yeah, the beeping stopped too.
because they're up. Turn the power off. Drive to your destination. When you park at the destination, you're set for a couple days, wherever you're going to do. You want to put those jacks down. Engine on, brake on. Turn this power on, and you push auto level.
Okay.
It automatically, all four of them come down, automatically fine tunes it to be perfectly level. So if I do that, now just watch them do the opposite.
What button did you push? All level?
Auto level, upper corner.
Auto level.
A light that says excess slope, I think it is. Right here. Excess slope. If you're on a bad area, you want to move spots anyway because that's too bad. Yeah. So it stopped moving. Everything's good.
Yeah.
All retract.
So all retract.
Did you get to drive this yet? Anybody?
Nah.
I asked because the shifter is a little strange to get used to unless you have a Mercedes car or a Tesla or something. They have this little shifter in some places. So you just push it down or up so you can drive the wheels.
I wanted the Volvo when I went on vacation for PhD to upgrade. I forget, but I
Okay.
I'll come up here.
This.
I got a good shot.
Yeah, up the back, up the front, the seat back, and then you can memory. So.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
So don't put your foot on the brake yet. This is your shifter here. See park, reverse, neutral, drive? I know. So that's drive. That would be reverse. The button on the end is park.
Oh my God! So what happens if you're driving down the road and I think it's my windshield wipers?
It won't do anything.
Okay.
Trust me. I've
Okay.
I messed up.
experimented and tried it. It doesn't do anything. Yeah.
Okay.
So nothing happens unless you're on the brake. So go ahead and put your foot on the brake. Just keep it still. Now you're in drive. See over there?
Just one click down.
Yep. It's actually two if you get a feel
Two?
for it. One click up is neutral. 1, 2 is reverse. There's your backup camera. 1, 2 is drive.
Park is
Park
middle.
is the button.
Park is what? You
The
push
button on the end. Yeah.
Mhm.
So you want to try that real quick? Just keep your foot on that. That's it. Drive. Reverse. And the neutral, and then button.
Do I have to be in neutral before I park
Nope.
it?
Nope.
Anywhere.
Sure.
Anywhere. You can put it. That's it. It also has a feature, keep your foot on. If you're in drive and you open the door right now, go ahead and open the door. It automatically goes to park.
Ah.
So you have that just in case.
Oh my God,
Just
I
in
hope
case you
that-
forget.
Oh man, that's a good feature right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, but that'll.
You just gotta get used to.
Yeah.
I mean, if you are going highway speeds, nothing happens here unless you're stopped.
So windshield wipers.
You twist that on the
blinkers are
end.
here, and the
Yep.
windshield wiper fluid press in.
Hold the button in to do the wiper fluid. Yep. Little more. There you go.
Okay.
Ah,
All right.
okay.
Radio.
We're in park. Anybody else want to try?
No, I'm good.
Remember how we started out by saying there's no oil dipstick to check the oil
Yeah.
in the engine? That little screen shows up every single time you start the car. It tells you the oil level. So that's going to come up every time you start it. To clear it, you hit that home button on the left.
This?
The one with the house on the left there. Yeah, right there. And then it brings up your odometer.
Got it.
Now, it's also
look at
a
that.
menu, yeah.
Oh,
So
we have navigation?
you do.
Yeah.
So if you
Oh!
see the little square here is actually touch sensitive, so you can change the display there.
Oh, nice.
You can have a digital speedometer if you like. You know.
Okay.
On this side, you have, if you push home, it controls the radio here. So now you can all do hands free without touching the screen, or you
Good,
can touch the
good.
screen if you want.
That's perfect.
Mercedes navigation.
Can we tell her where we want to go and she'll...
You can talk to her to tell her.
Or
The
type.
voice recognition still stinks. It's not. It's
not
really
that good.
hard. Yeah, my car is the same. It doesn't really. But you can navigation. Where to?
Yeah.
You always start with the state that you're going in, and then you type the address.
And then it saves our destinations.
It'll save in your previous destinations. Like I have our dealership in here as the 1st one.
And then you just tap on this to change the state?
Mm-hmm. If you're going to Florida, you do that.
Yeah.
FL,
Yeah.
and then start typing the address of where you're going.
That's pretty
And this will
good.
only work if you're in park.
Yes, I think so.
That's good because a lot of the destinations we frequent. So once we put it in there, it'll be in the saved destination.
It'll be in the. It'll be previous destinations.
Yeah.
Right there.
So
And you'll
we'll
have a
be able to
list.
just go right
Yep.
to them.
You'll have a list. You're in park, yeah.
Okay.
Automatic climate control.
Up, down, hazards.
Hazards are there. Bluetooth phone, Bluetooth music, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. If you like doing that.
Oh, yeah.
In order to do the Apple CarPlay, you do have to be plugged in with the phone.
Yeah.
It's not wireless, unfortunately. This little USB with the picture of the phone on it,
Okay.
you have to be plugged into that one to do your Apple CarPlay.
Gotcha.
Is that a USB, a smaller one?
Yeah, they're
The new
all
one?
three of the USB-C, the small ones. Yeah.
So you gotta have the iPhone.
New
12
cable, whatever.
The new cable, at least, with the old. I have an old iPhone with the new cable, so you can do that. Okay.
Okay. All right. Oh, extra storage.
You basically have 3 glove boxes up top.
Oh,
And
wow.
a
That's
shelf.
where all the insurance and stuff come.
Yeah.
No, is that a glove box too?
Just a
no.
shelf.
Okay.
But technically, yeah, but it doesn't open. The only one
Okay.
that opens is up here.
Okay.
Bluetooth phone, radio. Volume for the radio is on here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And your start button, of course.
So all the charging for your phones and stuff is in the
It's
middle.
all there. Yep.
All
And
of it.
if you have a compatible phone, like most of us do nowadays, there's a wireless charger right there.
Just sit right there, yeah.
Okay.
When you're
That's,
driving.
but to use Apple.